Hi guys, welcome to 365 Days, 365 Concepts. The concept that we're going to understand today is what do you mean by business model? Now, a lot of you guys must be thinking that, sir, such a simple topic. Why have you picked that out? Trust me, guys, a lot of people are either aware of business, what is business model? Whatever they know is probably wrong, or whatever they know is probably half. And there's some confusion between a few things, in with respect to business model. So it's better that we clear out all of that, right? So the first definition that talks about what do you mean by business model is how we will provide the product, we will sell it, and make the profit. That's pretty simple, and you'll understand this definition once we are done with the below 5 points, right? But sir, you'll have to understand this one thing that it is different from financial plan. What exactly do you mean by financial plan? Financial plan is projections of revenue and expenditure. So my projection for the next 3 quarters is, let's say, this revenue. This is what the expenditure I expect for the next 3 quarters. Whatever these projections are, essentially is a financial plan, and it is not a business model. A lot of people get confused that okay, this consists of projections of revenue, this consists of projections of expenditure. Okay, this must be business model. No, it's a financial plan. That's very important to understand. Now, what exactly do you mean by business model? First things first, a business model should identify the company's potential customers. So let's say, for example, I as a brand, I want to launch a product which is extremely good, which is going to be extremely expensive. Now I know that my potential customer is going to be customer who's going to be above a certain category, certain amount of income, because those are the kind of people who will be able to afford expensive products. Or let's say, for example, I am launching a clothing product or clothing brand, which is going to be, consist of designs which are extremely trendy, which is going to be extremely, which is currently up with the fashion trends and stuff. So I know, okay, this brand should target the Gen Z audience because a potential customer is that who wants to be updated, who wants to be up with the current fashion, right? So that's how identifying a potential customer works. So the second point, describe the firm's product and service. That is also very important. My business model should describe what my product should be, what my service should be. So describing the product, what do you mean by that? What kind of problem my product is trying to solve? What exactly is my product? All of these things should be described by my business model, right? The third point talks about how the firm will sell its product or service. Now, how am I going to sell my product? Am I going to adopt a B2C, which is business to customer, where I'm going to directly sell to the customer, or I'm going to adopt B2B, where I'm going to, as a business, sell to another business, or I want to adopt offline mode, where I'm just going to be selling myself on the store, or whether I just want to go for online mode, where I'm not available in any store, I'm going to be selling only online, or I want to be going for a hybrid mode where I want to sell online and offline. All of those things is what the how the firm should would eventually sell. That's what those things are. Now, describing the key assets and suppliers, that matters a lot. What are my key assets as a company? Let's say, for example, I'm a service company. My product is basically providing service. So now for me, my employees are most important. They are the key assets. Why? Because those are the ones who are going to supply the service. And on them depends the quality of my service. So, I need to describe who are my key assets. Or let's say, for example, what are my key suppliers? I am a EV company, or I'm transitioning towards EV, and I'm trying to manufacture electronic vehicles where the battery is made out of lithium ion. So I have to have suppliers who will supply me lithium ion. So that becomes my key supplier. So my business model should identify who my key suppliers are and what are my key supplies, what kind of raw materials I'm going to need, and all of those things. And the last point is going to be what is my pricing strategy? How am I going to price my customer? Am I going to take one time selling price from them? Basically, flat price, 500 rupees. I'm going to sell my product to you. You give me 500 rupees. Or I want to go for a subscription model where I'm going to charge every month something from them. Let's say, for example, something like Netflix. Or I want to go for a freemium pricing model where I am going to provide the basic version for free, and whatever upgrades are from the basic version, ultimately these upgrades are going to be paid. So what kind of pricing strategy I want to adopt also should become a part of business model. And that was your definition of, and that was your concept of business model. I hope you guys have understood everything. If there are any doubts, feel free to ask in the comment section. And please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys another day with another concept. Bye bye.